Hi, now I am going to explain about array querying functions. So these are the system functions that will give the detail about the array. $bits, $left, $right, $low, $high, $increment, $size, $dimensions. The return type is integer for all the querying functions. So this is one example. $dimension of array ID. Array ID is nothing but array. So when you give this $dimension, it will give the number of dimensions in the array. If it is a scalar, it will return 0. If it is here, it is a two-dimensional array. So when you use within the initial block, here with the help of $display, you are printing the dimension of array AA. Okay, $dimensions within bracket AA. Okay. So it will give 2 because here we have 2 dimensions. This is 1 and this is 2. And $bits of array. It returns the number of bits in the array. Okay. So when I give like this within the initial block, $display, $bits of AA. So here we have 4 segments. In each segment we have 8 bits. So 4 into 8, it's a bit, right? So 32 bits are there. Then $left or $right of array. Here n equal to 1. Here if you mention 1, that pointing to the first dimension of the array. If you mention 2, that pointing to the second dimension of the array. It is optional one. If you didn't mention anything, it is defaultly pointing to the first dimension of the array. In this example, bit 3 is to 0, 7 is to 4, CC 2 is 0. So here it is a 3-dimensional array. Here I use $left of CC. If I didn't mention anything, pointing to the first dimension, which is left. So this is left, nothing but the MSB position. So it will throw 2. And for $right of CC, comma 2. Here I am mentioning it is pointing to the second dimension. It's nothing but this one. Here right position is LSB position is 1. So it will throw 1. When you give $low or $high of array, along with you can mention the dimension which we have to choose, or else if you didn't mention, it will defaultly take the first dimension. It will return the minimum. If you use $low, it will return the minimum value among $left and $right. Let's take this example. In case if I give $low of CC, okay, so it will throw 0. It is the low, right? If I use $high of CC, it will throw 2. It is the highest value for in this dimension. And $increment of array. Here also you can mention the dimension which we are going to choose. This system function that will return 1 or -1. When you will get 1 means when the MSB position. Okay, let's take this example. When this MSB position, nothing but $left, value is equal or greater than LSB position, $right position. When it is greater or equal, it will return 1. When it is lower compared to this position, it will throw -1. Then next, one more system function is $size. So it will return the number of elements in the dimension. Let's take this example. E is an array. It has 4 dimensions. In the initial block, I am displaying $bit of E. Okay, E is nothing but array. $bits that will give the number of bits used in this array. So here 4 cross, that is 4 into 32 into 8 into 6. Okay, you will get 6144 bits. Then $dimension, it will show the number of dimensions here 1, 2, 3, 4. You will get 4. And $size E, comma 1. 1 represent this for first dimension. The size of this is 4, right? 3, 2, 1, 0. The same way $size E, comma 2. 2 represent this one. Here the size is 32-bit. The same way dollar size e comma 3, it represents a 8-bit, and dollar size e comma 4, it represents this one. Size is 6 bits. Let's see an example to understand this system functions. Okay, here I declare an array ARR. It's a multi-dimensional array. Here it is actually we have 4 dimensions, and here I am displaying the value of $f of ARR. Okay, if I didn't mention anything, it is defaultly representing the first dimension. $left that indicates MSB position. Here it is 4, right? So you will get output as 4. Then $right of array. Right position is 1. So sorry 0. We're getting right $right as 0. Okay, if I mention comma 2, it is pointing to this one and it will throw this value. And $low of array. That means low, that if I mention simply array, it is defaultly pointing to the first dimension here, which is lower 4 or 0 0, right? So you will get 0 here, and for $high you will get 4 here, and $increment it will throw either 1 or -1, and you will get 1. This value is greater than this value. Okay, so you will get 1 for this, and size of array. Yeah, if I mention simply array, it is pointing to this first dimension. The size is 5. Okay, from 0 to 4 is 5, and dimensions of array. Actually here we have 4 dimensions, so the output is 4. Next we are going to see about process. So process can be mentioned within the fork join. The difference between fork join and begin end is, if you mention these statements inside the begin end, it will run sequentially one after another. But if you mention these statements or process inside the fork join, those things will happen concurrently or parallelly. So here we can classify it as a fork join. These are the types: fork join any and fork join none. Okay, we will see what the difference between those things in the next slide. Then we have a process control like wait for and disable for. Okay, that also we are going to see now. Then this is the fork join. Let's see the process happening. Okay. So inside this fork join, I put 3 processes. These 3 processes are running parallel. Get started at the same time, and each one of the processes is completed. Okay, process 2 completes here, process 1 completes here, process 3 completes. Now all the process within this fork join complete, then it moves to come out from this fork join, and statement 3 and statement 4 are executing. Okay, so this is the behavior of fork join. Okay, let's see an example code. Here within this initial block, I used 2 processes. One is this one within this fork join. Okay, this is process 1 and this is process 2, and after this fork join, okay, here I just display outside fork join along with the simulation time. Okay, then inside the process 1, I am displaying everything. I am displaying with the current simulation time with the help of $time. Then process 1 started. Then after 5 time units, I am displaying process 1 finished, and inside the process 2, I am displaying process 2 started, and after 28 time units, I am displaying process 2 finished. So as we see the behavior of fork join, this process 1 and process 2 starts at the same time. Okay, so the expected output is, first we will get this display: process 1 started, and process 2 started. Then after 5, process 1 finished. Then after 20, you will get process 2 finished. Once these two processes completely finished, then it come out from this fourth joint and you will get the display outside 4. Let's see here. 4.1 started, 4.2 started, 4.1 finished, 4.2 finished after 20. Then after 20 it come out and it is displaying after 20 outside 4 joint. This is the behavior of 4 joint. 4 join any. The name itself telling 4 join any. Okay, so that means when it enters to this 4 join any, it initiate all the process at the same time. If any one of the process completes, see here, starts here, process 2 completes here, then it come out from this 4 join any. Okay, then it start to execute or simulate the statement 3 and set or like this. So the process 1 and 3 that will happen at the meanwhile. Okay. So this is the behavior of fork joining. Name of the process completes inside the fork joining. It's come out and the following statements are executed. Okay. Let's see one example for this. Okay, fork join in this model inside this fork block in the same way as like previous example. Here I created one process, just it is displaying process 1 started, and after 5 it is displaying process 1 finished. Inside process 2 also I displayed process 2 started, after 20 time minutes process 2 finished. After fork join any, I display with the help of $time outside fork join. Okay. So what is the expected output? Both process start at the same time, so we will get this one and this one first. Okay, then after 5 you will get this one. Okay, now the process 1 finished. Okay, so it will come out from this fork join unit. It is not waiting to these lines to happen. Okay, so after 5 this line will be happen, and at last this process 2 finish will happen. Okay, let's check the output. So here process 1 started, process 2 started, process 1 finished, then outside fork join it come out from the fork join any, and then it is happening in the middle. So after 20 it is finished. Okay, process 2 finished. Next is fork join none. So here it will enter into the fork join. Okay, and it will initiate the process and it come out. It will not wait in none of the process to complete. Okay, even it will not wait for one process to complete. It just start the process inside the fork joiner and it will come out. Okay, so this is the behavior of fork joiner. Let's see an example. Okay, here the same way, two processes are there. Start the process, and after 5 finish process 1 and process 2 started and process 2 finished. It is outside fork joiner. Okay, so how it will behave? So it will enter into the fork joiner and it initiate the process. Okay, so you will get this place, and it will not wait to complete any one of the process. Okay, and it initiate the process, it come out. Okay, here I use as 5, so after 5 units it will display this line. Otherwise at the 0 time itself you will get this display, and this display. Here I use 5 time unit, so I will get output at the 5 time units. Then this process 1 finish will happen, then process 2 finish will happen. See here, at 0 time process 1 started, process 2 started, and outside fork join happens. Okay. It initiate the processes and it come out. It will not wait any one of the process to complete. That is the difference between fork join any and fork join none. So come out. So in the meanwhile, the process 1 and process 2 are happened and it got missed. Then process control, I already told, wait for and disable for, these are used to control the process flow. So wait for causes the process to block until the completion of all process started from fourth block. That means we will wait all the process to complete. Okay. See here inside this fork join any, we created two process with the help of wait for. Okay, I can able to wait for all the process to complete. Here I use fork join any, right? So how it will be here? Any one of the process completes, it will come out. Okay. The expected output is when I use a fork join any without this wait for, this will happen. So this will happen first, and this will happen at the same time, and after 5 this will happen. Okay, and it will come out, and it will get the display outside fork join in. After that, at 20 time unit, we will get process to finish. But when I use this wait for, okay, it will, this fork block will wait to all the process to complete. Okay, check. So that this one happens first, okay, then this one happens, then this one happens, then you will get the outside fork join display. Okay. Process 1 started, process 2 started. At 5, process 1 finished. At 20, process 2 finished. Then only you are getting outside fork join in. Okay. So this is the use of wait for. And process control in that disable fork. Disable fork causes the process to kill or terminate all the active process started from the fourth block. So when disable fork encounter, that will kill or terminate the fourth block. Okay, here we have two process. Okay, this is process 2. Here it is created as a sub process, that is written in a separate task here. Okay. Then now I am running without disable A. Disable A. A is nothing but a process. Sorry, it is nothing but the name of the fork join any block. Okay. You can give name like this. That is called label. Okay, fork join any. For this, and with the help of colon, can mention the name for this fork join any block. Now, without giving this disable A, I am running, and the expected output is fork join any. So if one of this process completes, it will come out, right? So here in sub process, it started 0 time, and after 10, this line will happen. Okay. So this will complete at 5 time unit. After that, you will get the outside, that is after disable fork. It is outside the join any, before join any. So in this way it will happen. Process 1 started, sub process, that is process 2 started, process 1 finished. Then after disable, so it is here we use for join any, right? So one of the task or process completes, it's come out, it is displaying after display fork. Then after 10, this is happening, sub process finished happening. Okay. Now I am going to use this disable A. Okay. So when this line encounter, it will kill or terminate the whole fork block, for join any block. Okay. So when this line will happen, Once this process completes, it will come out, right? So this line is executing, so it will kill this whole process so that this line will not happen. Let's check it. Okay, process 1 of fork join, it is fork 1 started happening, and in this sub process we have sub process started, right? So this is also happens at 0 time, both are started, and process 1 of fork 1 finished, that happened after 5 time units. Once this process is complete, one of the process is completed, so it's come out and it disabling the fork block A, so you won't get the output of this one, so because the fork block is disabled, right? So after this line we are getting after disable fork. Okay. Break and continue. So this will be useful in the for loop. Okay, not for each you can use this. So here we are using two keywords like break and continue. It is taken from C construct. Inside the for loop, when break keyword is encountered, okay, so it will break the loop and it will come out from this loop. Okay. When you use continue, it will skip the following lines and it will go to the next iteration. That is the behavior of continue. Let's see an example for this. Okay, here in this module, with the help of this for loop, I am displaying this $display iteration of %0d comma I. I am going to print the I value. Here I is going to run up to 0 to 9. 10 times it seems to display. Here I use one line. If I equal to 7, when I reaches value 7, I put break. So let's check the output. First iteration, I value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it is displaying, so I value 7. So break keyword is encountering now. So when break is happened, it's stop this process and it is come out from this loop. Okay. So it stops up to 7. It break and it come out from the for loop. To use continue, here same 10 times iteration is happening. Okay, here I am put the display after this condition checking. If I equal to 7, I put continue. Okay. So if I is not equal to 7, it will just display this one, and this iteration continuously happening. When I equal to 7, continue line is encountering. So the following lines are skipped. Okay, and it is moving to the next iteration. Okay, so that if you see the output, iteration of 0 you are getting, iteration of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7 is not there because it skipped this line due to this continue keyword, and it's go to the next iteration, so that we are getting 8 and then 9. This is the use of break and continue. This will be used in the for loops. Okay, next we will see that.